from top to bottom, the Clipper roster, y'all had talent everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just could never get over that hump. So I want to know what was the issue that caused that squad to go underachieve?
Immaturity. And I think that, and the people from that team have spoke about it before, but I was kind of like the outsider. So I got on that team late, and from the door, you can see the conflict in personalities. And I think that's what makes our team special now, is because we actually roll with each other. Like we vibe with each other. Mm-hmm. Everybody likes each other. But you see how a team can be kind of pushed back interiorly when moments like that happen, when you're up 3-1 and you see like people just come back on you. It's because you start separating in adversity. We had all the talent. The only other team that I thought was on our level was like the Cavs that year, when you had K-Love and Brian and Kyrie, like they were forming that. And CP, Blake, they were all playing well, but like you could just see the rift in personalities. Mm-hmm. DeAndre and Blake we called them the twins. They were on one side, CP was on the other side, and it just didn't mix. Mm-hmm. So they could have probably been one of the greatest teams of that era, but it's just the personalities. They just couldn't get over some maturity humps to be able to play together and to do it the right way. And we didn't have that much time. We go up 3-1. You got that animal in James Harden. Mm-hmm. And one game just gave them a momentum. And then now you got to go to Houston and you got to deal with that atmosphere. James is on a tear, and then that just starts snowballing. And then once the adversity comes, then you kind of guys don't really rock with each other like that. So then like everybody just starts going to their own corner, and then it just starts getting worse and worse. So like we had the talent, we just didn't have the connectivity as a team. And there was no way to get it because the personalities just didn't work well together.
Mm-hmm. Because you was there with a prime Blake Griffin. Mm-hmm. Like, what was that like up close to see him? Like, because we see shit in games,
cold,
but you see shit in practice. Like, what was that like being around him as his prime years?
Well, phenomenal dude, number one, mm-hmm. personality wise, like just he's funny.
Yeah. But Blake is awesome. Off the court.
Great dude on and off the court. Played extremely hard. Like in practice wise, like my first practice, they tried to like throw a lob to put me in the basket. Like that's the stuff that they was doing. Mm-hmm. But he had a great vibe, and like him and DeAndre's friendship, they rode to practice together. Yeah. Like they were attached to the hip every day. And he was diligent at his craft. You understand? He came in as an athlete. He would shoot every day and try to get better at like being a mid-range shooter, and then also becoming a 3-point shooter. So he worked extremely hard and he just loved playing basketball, man. Like he competed at a high level. He could make plays and he had the brain to be able to like pick apart defenses and be effective mm-hmm. without his athleticism. So he was super dope to watch. Like not only just be an athlete, but also like to try and get better. Try and study the game and also like find ways to pick apart defenses. Like it was cool, man. Like
I want to know that man.
And being in LA too, like his personality was big and off the court. Like he was great with the fans and like with his personality off the floor. So great. He was a dope teammate to have. Mm-hmm.
Him and Chris Paul practice all the time after practice doing them dunks, lobs and
no,
stuff.
That's just what Chris has a gift to do. Like just to put the ball where it needs to go and to make people better. Chris would work before practice and work after practice. Mm-hmm. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like they were like oil and water. They just couldn't mix. They just didn't fit. And Chris saw it one way and Blake saw it another way. Like, and you just see like just these two personalities don't mix. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to game time, they make some moments. And as a teammate, you're part of the moments, and then you hear the conversations like. And while they just threw a lob off the backboard, they still arguing about something. Mm-hmm. And that's just like bro, it wasn't even worth it.
Mm-hmm. Look, the NBA season is in full swing, and Prize Picks has you covered when it comes to helping you make some money.
Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and turn $25 into $250. Prize Picks is really simple to play, y'all. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds.
So be sure to visit prizepicks.com/podcastp and use our promo code podcastp for a first deposit match up to $100. And Jackie, what do we always say?
I think it's cha-ching!